Hi, I'm Sarmalka. I'm a digital artist and animator, and I finally tried Procreate for the first time. And I would like to share my experience with you because if you're thinking about buying Procreate, this is what you should know what you see when you first open it up. Is it easy to use and is it even worth the money? Well, let's dive in and let's find out. I will be reacting to myself of drawing in Procreate. I recorded this, but I don't have the footage. So we're going to be using screen recording that I did. I'll be looking at my tablet. What was my experience when I first opened Procreate? Well, it's probably going to be bad. So I'm seeing a blank. I see that I figured out how to do the brush. I did not know how to do undo, which is the two-fingered shortcut, which is that you tap it. But by this point, I know about it. And if you want to watch my essential shortcuts for digital artists who are using Procreate, check out that video. Back to the screen. If we're looking at what I figured out next, the little brush icon is up in the top over there. And you have all of these tools, all of these brushes just when you open it up. There's a nice range, and I think I go through them. If not now, yeah, there we go. So I'm trying another one. That's the technical pencil. And I figured out how to do erase again. Oh, and the size is very easy. I know I'm pausing it because it was a little bit difficult to figure out everything, but I think I figured it all out within 30 minutes to an hour. I've used a lot of drawing apps in the past. I've used Photoshop. I've used Adobe Fresco. I'm pretty sure when I was 10, I was using Microsoft Paint. Did they have it when I was 10? I'm not sure. If you've used a drawing app before, you'll probably pick this up really quickly. And if you haven't, I still think that it's pretty easy to pick up. I can break down the interface real quick just so you can understand what you're seeing over here. Maybe I can point it. Can you see? Does it even look good on screen? Up here, there is your brush size. This little button, it can be used in a wide variety of ways, so I'm not going to get into that right now. Now, this button controls the opacity of the brush. So if you have it at 100%, you're going to get pure black. If you have it at 50%, your brush is going to paint gray and you'll be able to see through the layers underneath. And then you have your undo button and your redo button. There's no undo button highlighted at the moment because I can't undo anymore, but I can redo all of my horrible strokes when I was testing this out. This is your settings, your magic tool, that's what I'm calling it, your selection tool, but it's very interesting because you get to select a certain part of it. And then this is your big selection tool that I call it, so that whenever you press on it, whatever you've got selected, if it's your whole layer or a part of it, it will move. I'm hoping that I show this, but it's possible that this is all stuff that I've done after this recording, but I'm breaking down the menu so that you can see. And then over here, I feel is your easiest tools to understand. You've got your brush, your smudge, your eraser, your layers, and your color. I really do think that so far the interface is pretty simple, but you do have a little bit of a learning curve just figuring out what everything is and where it is. It's the simplest interface, but still you need to play with it in order to figure it out. But that's also usually the case for any new program that you're starting with, any art too. So let's get back to it. Let's see what else I tested, what else I failed at. I'm trying the pencil again, or did I just start this over? Yes, I did. Now I'm playing with the brush size. As you can see, when you move it up or down, you can change how large it is. I have found that there is a limit to how big a size will go based on the brush. So if you pick a different brush, it can go huge, and others will be very, very small. The color picker, that's what that middle button does. When it's not doing anything else, you tap it, and then you can pick your color. Here we have the settings. I'm going to pause the screen just so you can see inside. You have your add button where you can insert a file, a photo, take a photo, and this is all stuff that you can just immediately put on screen. You can also do cut, copy, pick canvas. I feel like those are pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to get into it. What am I picking? Anything? I was very slow at this when I was starting because again, I was playing with it, trying to figure out what this program was. I'm hoping that this video gives you some sort of indication of what the app will be like so that when you do open it and also before you even buy it, you'll be able to understand what it's like and you can choose if this is right for you, if this is something that you want to explore. I am not sponsored by them. This is purely my own opinion of what the program is like. I'm trying to give you an honest reaction so that you can make a decision whether or not this is right for you, because you should have the art program that is going to make your art the best and make you happy when you're doing art. Let's continue. We have our adjustments. That's what it's called. It's not the magic thing, it's the adjustments. And here's the selection. So I managed to find that. Of course, I can't select anything until I draw something. Here are the layers. So by hitting the plus sign, you create a second layer. So when you tap on the layer, you're going to get all of these options. You get your rename, your alpha lock, clipping mask, invert. There's a bunch to know. It's about playing around with them, but I found renaming, clipping mask, and alpha lock to be the best ones that I've been using the most constantly since this point. But at the time, I had no idea what any of this meant, and I used the clipping mask when I really should have used the alpha lock. By right swiping, you end up having more options of duplicating locking your layer so you don't draw on it. And I figured, and there's the eraser. So of course the eraser does not work when I have an empty layer. Wow, I wonder where my brain was that day. Let's see, am I gonna draw anything, or I'm literally just flipping through layers? Oh, but I figured out how to make a groups, which is super helpful if you're trying to, select multiple things or, hide them all together. So I feel like this was a lot of nothing. I did not look at the screen recording before I decided to make this video. I thought there would be a lot more drawing on it, but hopefully you found this interesting and not just a whole bunch of the canvas is blank. What is she talking about? It's definitely a tool that I've really enjoyed using, and by this point I'm using it much more constantly. It's a lot easier, it's a lot faster, but there is that little bit of a learning, even with it being super simple. I like Procreate for the simplicity. When I first started out, I knew nothing, and it was really, really hard to get through layers. That if you want to just draw, I would recommend this app. I think it's really good. It's really simple. It's something that you can pick up really quickly. You'll pick it up even quicker if you've used other drawing apps in the past. Getting used to the shortcuts will be a bit of a change because it is very different since it's a different app. I'm kind of surprised that I'm really recommending this. If you like seeing me react to trying this drawing for the first time, let me know. You can check out that essential shortcut set that I use. So please take a look, and I hope I see you there. Bye.